All right. Welcome, everyone. So I'm Sarah Hawkins. I'm the Wellness Dietitian for Berkshire Health Systems, and this is Simple Eats. So this is where I choose a food or an ingredient that I feel best nourishes both mind and body. So today's ingredient, I'm going to keep you in a little suspense here. I was thinking about, since it's Valentine's Day on Sunday, right? What to get for your loved ones for that special day. Something that is healthy, that protects both heart and brain. Something the Mayans used in very special celebrations. The Aztecs used as currency. Any clues, any ideas? Made from the fruit of the cacao tree, also known as the cocoa tree. And there's also a Dutch chemist that discovered a way to process the beans with some alkaline salts that actually made it a little bit easier to mix when it's a powder. So mixing it with water to make hot chocolate, a beverage. So my focus today will be on chocolate. There we go. And specifically, we're going to talk about dark chocolate because that is where the health benefits come from. So chocolate is one of the best sources of antioxidants on the planet. Interesting. So the antioxidant the antioxidant in the dark chocolate may even protect against oxidation of LDL, that's the low density lipoprotein, part of your cholesterol, which means it may protect against the calcification of the plaque. Something to think about. It also contains stimulants like theobromine, which doesn't give you that jittery feeling. And also has caffeine too, but also in a small amount that shouldn't make you jittery as well. Well, not to mention the nutritional components. It's got fiber, iron, magnesium, that's my favorite, zinc, copper, manganese, so rich in minerals. It does have some fat, so it's a mix of saturated fat and monounsaturated fat with a bit of polyunsaturated fats. There are some forms that I have here. I've got the nibs, which are just crushed cocoa beans, and they are just what you would think of. They're little, I guess, chopped up beans. They are a little bit crunchy and tend to be a little bitter, but they are still rich in flavonols and good magnesium. They're good if you sprinkle them on your yogurt, on your cereal. You can use them in your smoothie. Very nutritious. Then I've got the powder. If you watched me last week, you know that this is one of my favorites. And it's actually the fat is extracted from that. So the nibs do have the fat still in them. And the powder does, most of the fat is extracted, but the flavonols and the magnesium and all the minerals are still quite concentrated in the powder. So you can use it again in drinks. I used it last week in a hot beverage. I mixed it with some turmeric. You can mix it in your little spoon in your coffee with a little cinnamon, and you've got a nice mocha for the morning drink. And that you will have more of the caffeine if you add the coffee to it. Also great in smoothies and baking, right? So you can use it in little truffles or brownies for this Sunday. And then there's the chocolate bar form. So I generally like to choose, you're looking for the cocoa that is, this one's 80%. but 75 to 85% cocoa. That'll give you the most health benefits. Obviously, if you go 100% cocoa, that gives you the most health benefits, but I will warn you, it tends to be a little bitter. So at this level, you still get a little bit of sugar, but no milk or dairy, and that's still very nutritious and still has a nice, nice flavor to it. So you want to make sure that, let's see, 1 to 2 ounces a day is okay. It's actually shown that if you have 1 or 2 squares of chocolate a day, it can increase your satiety. You feel full and satiated, and then it can also reduce your cravings for sugar. So that's why I like to have a little hot cocoa with the cacao powder in the evening, so that I resist the urge to have a sweet chocolate or a dessert in the evening before I go to bed. Right, so one little recipe I thought I would just put together rather quickly is nice if you like nuts. You can make yourself a little trail mix and add in some little chocolate. You know me, I like to add chocolate to most things. This is a nice, upside down, chocolate chunks, right? It is 72% cacao. So what I do is I get nuts that I like. I've got some almonds here, just some in a jar. Got a mix of pecans, Brazil nuts, walnuts, all very heart healthy, and some pumpkin seeds for a little bit of zinc, and then the pièce de résistance, the chocolate chunks. So I've got about a tablespoon in here, maybe a little bit more, but 1 tablespoon is about less than an ounce, so about half an ounce. So you could still do a little bit more, but this is just enough to spread through. I'm going to shake it. Now, this is probably a couple of servings here, but it's nice to pour out, and then you have a really nice snack that hopefully will fill you up and hold you from getting into those desserts too much, those chocolate chip cookies. All right, well, hope you enjoy that little recipe, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Thank you. See you next week.